Goodwood last year, I was lucky enough to be driven around the Forest Rally stage by perhaps the greatest of all British rally drivers, Colin McRae, who so tragically lost his life in a helicopter accident just a few weeks later. So Goodwood this weekend, they put together a whole range of the great cars that have featured in Colin's 25-year career. Not just rally cars, but also the Ferrari 550 in which he contested Le Mans, the Jordan Peugeot in which he had a Formula One test in 2004. But the star of the show in terms of Colin's career is this Subaru in which he took the 1995 World Rally Championship title. Let's take a look at some of the great action that's been taking place on the rally stage this weekend.
Still, it's a really nice day to drive, and now when you got to know it better, it's really easy to give it a good go, and I'm sure my co-drivers, they are enjoying it as well, so I try to give them everything I can.
This morning it was unbelievably slippery, but now it's working very well. So now we just have to push a little bit more for a little bit more attack. But it's good fun, and people enjoy it, and it's just unbelievable with all the spectators here.
A few lucky people were able to ride as passengers in the World Rally cars, including actor and comedian Alan Davis.
I wasn't scared because it's Petter Solberg driving, so I thought, well, we must be fine. The level of skill of the driver is unbelievable. It's going at a terrific speed, very close to trees, and then it's a 90-degree left-hander, so he turns the car sideways, which really, in the space of road you've got, just fits by a foot, and then slides it into the corner and then goes straight, so you've almost lost no speed, and you can't feel anything. It's all delicate and gentle, and it's like dancing, really.
There's more from the rally stage later, but let's head down the hill where Amanda's looking into the future.
Well, I'm here in my single-person concept vehicle in the Fostech Pavilion. Now, this place really does capture the imagination of the crowds as it looks ahead to the future of motoring. I sampled just a few of the fascinating innovations from new companies and more traditional auto manufacturers that were exhibiting at Goodwood's Fostech. The Vauxhall Opel Flexstream is a plug-in electric hybrid. Now, what's significant about it is that this technology will be available from Vauxhall in some form before 2012. It has a range of about 34 miles, which is enough for 75% of the commutes within Europe, but it does have a little diesel engine on board, so that if you want to go further, you can just charge up your batteries. It runs on biofuel. It does 0 to 60 in around 4 seconds. And it flies. The bad news about the Parajet Skycar is that you're going to have a pilot's license in order to fly one. But the good news is that it will be for sale in summer 2009, and yours for a mere £45,000. This absolutely gorgeous Land Rover LRX uses technologies that will make it the cleanest car in its class if and when it goes into production. Achieving emissions of a mere 120 grams per kilometre, that puts it on par with the current Ford Fiesta. Meanwhile, the Toyota i-Reels were performing on track. These electric vehicles actually change shape according to speed, sinking closer to the ground the faster they go. A comfortable means of climbing the Goodwood Hill.
Comfort was not a priority in a classic Grand Prix car, as Sir Stirling Moss will tell you. A long-time supporter of the festival, Stirling's in a van wall that gave Britain its first World Constructors' Championship when Moss and Tony Brooks beat all comers in 1959.
It's a fantastic car. I mean, really, it is so beautiful. And I must say, this one is feeling very nice. It was not the nicest car like a 250F, but it won the World Championship, so what could you say?
Stirling would have won a Drivers' Championship too had he not been beaten to the title by just 1 point in 1958 by a tall man with a penchant for bow ties.
Of course, he's not the only young driver who sees the checkered board pattern before anyone else. Mike Hawthorne's second season of racing shows him to be another potential world beater. Meticulous in his pre-race preparation, Mike always arrives bright and early at the home Farnham garage. Joined by Hugh, his top mechanic, they go along for a quick inspection of the 2-litre Cooper Bristol, which is being prepared for its next event, the top race of the season.
Theme of Goodwood this year is Hawthorne to Hamilton. Contrast Lewis with Mike Hawthorne. What kind of figure was he?
Mike Hawthorne was an extraordinary character, actually, because Mike Hawthorne was the Hamilton of his day in many respects. 1952, Easter Monday, Goodwood, a little Cooper Bristol Formula 2 car arrived for the race meeting, driven by a young chap, tall, blonde young chap, wearing an anorak, a wind cheater, and a little bow tie. And he immediately won 2 races and finished second in a third that day and blew some of the established stars literally into the weeds. And he was the son of a garage proprietor from Farnham in Surrey, and he was so effective in driving that Cooper Bristol that Mr. Ferrari noticed his talent, or was informed of his talent, invited him to have a test drive for Ferrari at the end of the year. And Mike ended up driving Ferrari the next year, in 1953, like this car behind me now. But in Grand Prix racing, he beat Fangio to win the French Grand Prix. And thereby he became the first British driver since 1923 to win such a major race.
The cap and the bow tie remained his trademark for what became a tragically short career. Did that tell us that he was a very relaxed, fun-loving sort of character?
He was certainly fun-loving. I wouldn't say he was particularly relaxed. He lived life absolutely to the full. The point with Mike Hawthorne was that he didn't know where to draw the line. And occasionally his behaviour would fall over into what today would be grossly unacceptable, and what in period was regarded as being a bit of a lad.
So from Hawthorne to Hamilton with Chris Evans.
Hi everyone, thank you for the warm welcome.
So Lewis, you are very quick, obviously. You're pretty good at driving a Formula 1 car, there's no doubt about that. You are behind you. How would you get past you?
I have to say I'm very, very difficult to overtake, I would say. I try to make my car as wide as possible, so I'd probably have to force myself into an error in some way by doing a dummy move, you know, for example, pretending I'm going down the left, but then go to the right or something. I don't know. We have to see.
When we go through red lights, we get points. When you go through red lights, you lose points. What's going on there? They need to change that around, don't they, Lewis?
Yeah, I mean, the rules are twisted, aren't they? That's not right.
It's just crazy. I mean, you can have some of my points next time that happens. It's fine. There's a lot of kids here. They all want to be you. How do they become you?
Well, firstly, I'd say you don't want to be me. You want to be yourself. I think it's important that you're yourself. I hope that you have the support, especially from your families. As you can see, I always have my family with me, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be standing here today. You should go down go-kart track and try it and see if you can, but just don't give me any hassles, okay? I want to keep my job, so.
Okay, well, Lewis, thanks so much for coming here today, and good luck for the rest of the season. We hope you do it.
In conditions like these, a 4x4 has to be the real McCoy. It can't just look good on the King's Road. And Audi, Porsche and Land Rover are here to show that they're up for the job in the tricky conditions here at Goodwood.